Darkness Light Mark II. Look at that! That's by far the craziest gun mod ever. Alright, it's been a good minute since I uploaded, but I'm back. Today we're doing a mod called the Wonder Weapons pack. It just adds a bunch of wonder weapons from the other COD games outside of Black Ops 3. So mainly stuff like the Alpha Omega Elemental Mark IIs. You also get the Blundergats, Liquefier, all the different other types of Blundergats, and a couple of other things. I think the mod maker made a couple of custom weapons, but I can't quite tell because the mod is in French. But I'll leave a description to that if you're interested in checking it out for yourself. But yeah, thought we'd play on Kino just because it's a nice easy map. You can just spam the box and not have to worry about anything, to be honest. Right, the box isn't up there. Right, you have to leave a like if the box is in here. Oh my god, there we go. Perfect. Spam the box. Shouldn't be too hard getting the wonder weapons because, yep, there's a ton of them in this. So yeah, the Mark II-Y. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the one that you charge. Yeah, look at that. Brilliant. You can't hear it because I have my game audio like all the way down, but this does also change the round changing music. You can get like the Mob of the Dead or the Buried one. I think it's map specific. I don't know if it's random actually. But yeah, weird little touch like that. You also started off with 750 points. And there's also a big change that I didn't manage to pick up on. Maybe he mentioned it in the description, but of course I can't read French. But there's a pretty big change that you'll notice when time comes. Caught me by surprise the first couple times I was playing this. There we go, look at that. Beautiful wonder weapon. So yeah, I think you should definitely pack a bunch of ray guns because they're just amazing, and I think they act a bit differently as well once you pack a punch them, so that'd be cool to see. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it's a... See, I'm just going off what I saw from the screenshots. They had a purple liquefier. I don't know if that's when you pack a punch the regular one, or if there's like a whole separate liquefier, but we'll be spinning for that definitely, and see what the deal is. I was trying to record this video yesterday and I had like over an hour of footage and I still didn't get some of the wonder weapons, but I thought it was enough gameplay to, you know, make a 10-minute video out of. But the whole thing was choppy, so here I am playing this again. And honestly, I'm not too angry about it because it's a fun mod, it's pretty cool stuff. Probably not the best mod if you want to sit down and have like a serious experience, because, you know, there's like a million wonder weapons in the box. But I guess maybe if you're playing with the boys, you know, you want to have a fun mod where you just don't get like a bunch of crazy weapons. I definitely recommend this, like right off the bat. Definitely great. So it's cool and all getting a wonder weapon to start with, but now I can't get any points. I think I might just have to grab the Arc-5 just to be safe. Have we pruned here? We have. Now see, this might actually be the one time where I want to buy Mule Kick, because there's a lot of wonder weapons in this mod, and I kind of want to have them all. Because I feel so bad trading out like any of these weapons. They've only put in like the really good ones. That being said, I don't think there's that many bad wonder weapons besides from like, what, the VR11. And I'm pretty sure that's not in this, so we should be good. Oh my god, there we go, 2 wonder weapons already. I'm by no means going to be able to earn any points now, but hold up. Yeah, that's called something different. That's like the French liquefier, bros. It's liqueficateur. Pardon my French. But maybe they changed it when they made Diarise in France. They changed the name to make it sound more French. It's not even like it's a real word that they had to translate. It's a made up word. But they made it sound a bit more French, I guess, for the French game. Liquefier is like honestly one of the best wonder weapons. It's such a shame that it's on such an annoying map though. Especially because like fall damage is a thing, so having a weapon that, you know, makes you slip and slide, probably not the best to put in there. Pretty ironic if you ask me. I mean, to be fair, you can't complain that, oh, it's gonna make me fall off the map, bro. You literally get it for free on like round 1 if you want. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna maybe get rid of one of these or try and save up. That is the big question. You know what, I do want to check actually, hold up. I'm gonna see if we can even pack a bunch of liquefier to begin with. Because, okay, maybe I'll keep it then if that's the case. But if not, I mean, there we go, we've seen the liquefier. Okay, looks like we can pack a punch it. Okay, sick. I want to see that though, because that's something that the modder has put in themselves. I'm actually spinning this hoping for an actual gun. There we go. Oh, not a great gun, but, you know, probably going to get me points. I can hear that, yo. Okay, I think Brutus is here. That is what I was talking about. This took me completely by surprise the first time I saw it. But yeah, you get Brutus spawning in the map, just whatever map you're playing. I absolutely bricked it when I first saw him, because, you know, I wasn't expecting this. There were no screenshots of Brutus. Maybe it said so in the description, but, you know, it's not like I read that. I don't speak French. But here we go, we got a French Brutus over here. Le Brutus. You know, I played the mod a wee bit, and I can tell you that the wonder weapons don't actually do great on him, to be honest. Just any of them, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe you can double pack a punch it, I don't even know. But we'll have to see. That's probably the most interesting thing in the game, because this is pretty sure the only one in the mod that isn't pack-a-punchable by vanilla. Well, we'll see. Oh yeah, it's going in, it's going in. And yeah, look at that, wow. That actually looks pretty sick. Purple sucker fire, there you go. And does it shoot like... It shoots white. And we're going to try this out against a full train and just see how brokenly OP it is. Because already, again, the Unpack-a-Punch one was already acting like the pre-patch, which is just... If you know what it was the most overpowered thing conceivable. Wow, there we go, look at that. Just obliterates them, and then they explode into even more puddles. Look at that. Look, and now I've shot that and it's... Okay, bits... No, there we go, there we go. It's blowing up into more puddles, and the chain reaction is just going like on and on. Like, you can end a whole wave with one shot of this. It's not an exaggeration. Although I'm choosing to play like a really easy map with this, just for the basis that I can spam the box. You could also play this on like a harder map like Moon or Shangri-La, or like just anything really. And you could just completely destroy the map, because normally, you know, those two are a bit challenging. You have to be on your toes. Especially with Shangri-La, oh my god. Well, imagine if you just had like something really overpowered on that map, like, I don't know, any of these ray guns. Oh, there we go, that's literally just the Mark II. Oh no, it's the Mark II TB T8. Not bad. It's just a Mark II, it's like, what's the difference? I'm guessing it does something different, because it has a different name, and they made it a thing. I don't remember this being on Alpha Omega. But it does, it looks like a Black Ops 4 one, because you can see like the lightning on the back of it. Okay, I think I might pack a punch this and see what it does. It probably does something interesting, and I'll trade out this liquefier for an actual gun that I can get points with. Shiva. I think that might make a bit too many points. I think I might also just not kill anything. There we go. Oh, Blundergat. Hello. I know that the Acid Gat and I'm assuming the Magma Gat are also just out of the box. It's not like you have to pick up the pieces and craft the upgrade. They're just in the box, same as this. But yeah. Another thing I have to say about this mod is that all the guns feel really accurate to how they should do. Like, you see in a lot of custom maps, and no offense to the people who make them, but sometimes they just do the wonder weapons wrong, especially if it's like a wonder weapon from a map. It just feels really off and unnatural. These, they feel like there was something Treyarch put into Battlefield himself, honestly. They feel just how they were, like, in the game they were in. Whereas sometimes, you know, they can just feel a bit dodgy, a bit off. Maybe it's the animations, maybe it's with the way they shoot, or just some of the effects. This looks spot on though, I can't lie. You know what, I might not Pack-a-Punch the Blundergat, because it's a blunder. Hello! A Mark II light. Right, I'm gonna... Ooh. I wonder what this does then. I'm gonna test on a crowd, see what it does, just take a blind shot. Oh, oh my god, wow. That is sick. I don't know if that's an actual thing in the game. I didn't play crazy amounts of Alpha Omega. You know, this could have been a thing that I just don't know about, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. That is amazing. That is just sick. Oh, I'm definitely Pack-a-Punching this one. If you can just die. See what I mean? The wonder weapons just don't seem to work too well on him. If I could just not die. I am getting headshots, but he's just not really dying. Just a bit. Oh, hold on, hold on. This has to do something right. I think the hit detection is just off. I don't think he's got like... No, he is modeled to look like that. It's not a glitch. Maybe he's meant to be super OP. But I'm pretty sure the other Brutus also is pretty OP. Like, they're way tankier than they should be. Oh, maybe there's like... Okay, so he's not Brutus. He's a wee bit different. Yeah, I'm pretty certain this isn't from Alpha Omega. I think that's what my guess is at this point. But the animation just looks so clean. It, like... Yes, someone had to have made it, you know. Why not someone outside of Treyarch? But then again, you never see this quality when, like, coming to mods. And if it was the modder who made this, hats off to him, because it is... That's just a million times better than any mod I've seen, hands down. Like, let me tell you that right there. Alright, we'll see what this is doing then. Oh, the Mark II T8X, look at that. That kind of looks like the Origins camo. That is amazing. That just looks sick. Are you kidding me? It's just a Mark II. It's just a Mark II with a bit more ammo. Oh, okay, wait, maybe the purpose of this is so that if a map doesn't have the Mark II in it, so like not the Chronicles maps, you can get the Mark II in it. Because maybe it'd be a bit weird if you had every single Mark II except the regular one. So maybe it's just there in case it's not already on the map. But then why does it have like a bunch more ammo? Don't ask me, I didn't make it. Also, look at that box beacon. What the hell? Why is it glowing like 10 times more? Like... Oh yeah, no, that dude was definitely separate from Brutus because he got completely melted by this thing. Oh, this is semi-auto, by the way. I do happen to have a double-click button on my mouse, so that just means I can like spam stuff. But yeah, no, it's semi-auto if you're wondering. Alright, here we go. We are Pack-a-Punching the Raygun Mark II Lite, and we're gonna see what it does. Oh, I bet it looks sick. Oh, it looks the exact same. Oh no, it doesn't! That looks pretty dope. Already the bullet is like... Oh, it's got like a few effects going on with it. That just looks amazing. The Darkness Light Mark II. Look at that! That's by far the craziest gun mod ever. Alright, I guess at this point though we want to spin and see if we can get any other cool wonder weapons. Because they still have like... a bunch of stuff, let alone just ray guns. It kind of annoys me how they put the M14 in and buffed it, right? But not on the wall, obviously. They put the M14 in the box and buffed it like a lot from what it was in Black Ops 1. But they didn't do that with the Olympia. That would have been so sick. Like, imagine an Olympia that you can take into the high rounds and it just one-taps for ages. Because they gave that treatment to the M14. And they have the Olympia in multiplayer but not zombies. Bro, this is my last box, right? Can you just give me a ray gun? I think this is just the box telling me to fuck off. I've already got like the best one probably. I do want the full auto one if I'm honest, or maybe the shotgun one. Or just any of them, literally, just any of them. Even the laser one, even the charged one, just anything, come on. I'm pretty sure the scavenger was in here. I think I saw that a couple of times. Not dying. So thanks for that. Wait a minute, isn't this meant to be a 3-round burst? Hold on. I knew something was wrong with this. Wait, you don't unpack punch, it still has the, yeah, it has the monkey bomb effect. That's pretty cool. Is that undead? Is he dead? Look. Phew, took his time dying. Could have died a bit faster. Now see, I could I know I said to pack-a-punch like anything, but I think we kind of know what this does pack-a-punched. Maybe I'll pack-a-punch the magma guy, because I don't know what that is really. But there you go, that's the acid guy, you know. The vitrolic withering is going to be the same, let's be real. I don't know who the modder is, but yeah, definitely check out the link in the description. Check out his other mods. I've not seen what else he's made, but I'm assuming it's good, just based off this, to be honest. Really hats off to him, these are all really well made, like, way beyond what I've ever seen anyone do in COD. Is it not giving me a ray gun because I have a ray gun? That could very well be a thing. Hold up. Is that the MG08? Oh, this is the Zweihander. Okay, this is from Blood of the Dead, I think. I knew it was like a zombies gun, but I didn't know it was like a wonder weapon. I don't think it is a wonder weapon. Pretty sure it's just the same if you pack a punch it, it's just bullets. But yeah, it's a zombies weapon, I know that from for sure, because it was in Blackout, I remember. I'm not a big multiplayer guy, but I played a good bit of Blackout on Black Ops 4. For like the couple of months I actually played that game. And yeah, Blackout was pretty fun. I used to go to the zombies places and just get all the cool zombie stuff. You got this, which was like pretty common, but pretty good. You also had the ray gun you could get out of like the mystery box. And it'd be like you kill a bunch of zombies, then you can open the mystery box, you can get the ray gun, which would just one-tap people regardless. That was the most fun thing to use, honestly. So overpowered. But also really rare. Even though it wasn't even zombies, they managed to make the ray gun like really cool, and I respect that. It was fun. There we go, we got the ray gun Mark II. Yeah, this is the charged one? Yeah, I think it is. This might have been a 9 or like Voyage or something as well, if I'm not mistaken. I know it was in Blood of the Dead though, because I played that a bit. That was a disappointing ass map, by the way. Completely butchered Mob of the Dead. I think the story they were telling in it though, you gotta hand it to them. That was pretty good. Because for the most part, it was just all the same types of stuff we were seeing. Like, there was tons of people dying, but they didn't manage to make it sad. Apart from like kind of Nikolai, I guess, where you find out that he's been drinking to forget his dead wife or whatever. But yeah, the actual map Blood of the Dead, really disappointing, because honestly I was one of those people who was like, where the hell is Mob of the Dead in Zombies Chronicles when it came out? Like, that should have been one of the first maps they put in, you know. And then obviously the news came out, oh, they're remastering it. There were rumours going around like from Zombies Chronicles Day 1, even before that oh, Mob of the Dead is going to be in Black Ops 4 remastered. So, you know, I was getting my hopes up for that for a good while, and I'm sure many other people were. And then this garbage map came out. It was just bad on so many levels. If you haven't played it, don't. It's bad, okay? Play Mob of the Dead. If you don't have it, get Mob of the Dead. If you don't have Black Ops 2, get Black Ops 2. Bloody good game. I think definitely Black Ops 3, although the maps are like, they're sort of the same. Like, you can expect the same kind of gameplay from each of them. I can't explain that well enough, but to give you an example, Black Ops 2 is the complete opposite. You have maps like Nuketown where it's just really basic, really chaotic. You have a map like Buried where you can easily do everything. You have one like Origins, which is just kind of like Black Ops 3. Then you have ones like Mob of the Dead where it's like, it's got a really good flow to it. Then you got ones like Die Rise and Transit, which are just absolute messes. But, you know, they're pretty unique. It's not like in the same way that people maybe didn't like Zetsubo. Zetsubo wasn't too different. I think the main reason people didn't like it was just, oh, the quests were a bit annoying. Oh, the doors, there's too many doors, that was it. Aside from glitches as well, that had a lot of glitches, to be fair. But yeah, no, Transit and Diaries were very different. It was a lot of design choices, like, really out there design choices that ruined everything. I don't know. yeah, even though it's got two pretty bad maps, it's still like a really unique game. You can get a lot of stuff, and even the survival maps. There we go. This is the laser beam one. Yeah, because it doesn't have an ammo counter. Yeah, there we go, laser beam one. I'm gonna pack a punch this because it seems like the funnest. And then after that, I'm gonna spin for another Mark 2. Yeah, I think the rule definitely is you can only have one Mark 2 at a time. What was I saying? The survival maps are really interesting. Like, they had a good purpose in that you could just sit in there in like a sectioned part of the map, and you could just play like a really basic game if you wanted to. And you know what? I like zombies so much, but it's hard to get your friends into it when the maps are so complex. I feel like if Black Ops 3 had survival maps where they just section off a bit, and they just let you play that without getting power, without anything, just so your noob friends can get to grips with it. It would have been so good. Like if Shadows of Evil had that. On top of that, Grief mode. Grief was also really good. But then some of the Grief maps they had could have been survival maps. Like, Buried had one. Like, could have made that survival, you know? Mob of the Dead had one. You could have made that survival. It just would have been pretty cool, in my opinion. Because as well as being like really noob friendly, it was just something you could actually hop into a public match, and you know, you don't want to find the people who you're playing with and like kill them. I've played public match like a seriously small handful of times on Black Ops 3, and most of them have just been like tragic experiences, to be honest. I found one guy who was like, oh, we were like doing the Easter egg. I found two other chill guys that were like, yeah, let's do the Easter egg. The other guy seemed down with it, but then he wasn't making the bow. He picked up the arrow to piss us off, but he wouldn't make the bow, and we're like, right, why are you not doing it then? And he's like, oh, I don't want to do any of this, you know, I don't like the bows, I don't like these. I'm like, play World at War then. What are you doing on this? Because the thing is, we convinced the guy later, we're like, come on bro, you're ruining this for a bunch of strangers, like, come on, just do it. And he finally did. And he knew how to do the bow and everything, he knew how to do the Easter egg, we had a good go at it, we died in the boss fight. Yeah, just like... people like that. You don't have to deal with people's rubbish like that. And I know that's a pretty rare instance. A lot of the time it's just them being incompetent at the map. But yeah, just people's BS in general. You don't have to deal with that if you're playing on a survival map. You can just have like a really fast-paced time with it and just go ham. But yeah, okay, how long does this Mark 2 last for? Because I don't think he's doing too much more damage. It's already like practically insta-kill. But yeah, oh my god, that does last a good minute. Pretty sick. We're just going to trade this out now for the next one. So we have the shotgun one and we have the full auto one. Full auto one is definitely one to pack a punch because it becomes a combo. Which is just, oh my god. So sick. They could have had the weapon from 9. That would have been kind of nice to see, the whatever the hell it was called. I think that was the only Chaos map that I actually liked. I played Voyage a few times, didn't like it. Played the other two ones like a couple of times, did not like them. But 9? 9 was really good, honestly. Really did not expect that to be so good when it came out. I think it's also annoying that they decided to make a new story because they thought the story was the most inaccessible part of the game. Not like the gameplay or anything, they were more worried about the story, so they had to make like a whole separate story. And finish the Aether off in a really rushed and rubbish way. Oh, there we go, told you. Rig 'em we've already had. Oh, do I have points? Okay, that's great. Gonna have to train for a bit. Jason Blundell said that they wanted to make the story more accessible because there were tons of people coming in, they were like, what the hell's going on? And honestly, I feel like for a new player, that's not like their main question. I think a lot of the time it's that they want a good like map that they can hop into and actually understand. I don't know, I just feel like they also tried to help in that regard, and they kind of did. I feel like remaking the perk system and giving you a specialist to start with and all this jazz just wasn't the way to go about it. I think if they just had like survival mode where they just section off the map and be like, here you go. If you can't build a shield, if you can't pack a punch, if you don't want to build a wonder weapon, if you just want to hit the box and grab some perks, here you go noob, play that. Rather than meddling with everything as a whole. Well, there we go, that's me dead. You know what? I'm not too fussed, that was a decent game. We saw the two, I'm assuming there's 2 custom weapons. We saw a couple of the other ones. Hit like if you made it this far, by the way, because I entertained you. I deserve it, you know. A like goes a long way when you're this small, so thanks.